Felicia Spencer versus the greatest female fighter of all time. I mean, look, that's not a surprise. And don't forget, Felicia Spencer's crowning moment was actually in defeat. Going into this fight, her crowning moment where she popped on everybody's radar, she lost. And there's a very famous saying in philosophy, which is your greatest triumph will come through a defeat. You will learn something about yourself. You will stand up and you will fight back. You will surprise everybody. And it's likely to come in a defeat, but you will show the courage and the character of who you are. When you're outmatched and the outcome goes the way that people predicted it would, but you will stand up and you will fight back. And that is what Spencer did. I'm going back to her Cyborg fight. She proved that she is durable. And durability is a very bizarre word to offer from an expert, if I may, analyst within the sport. The hell does durability mean? What a lazy approach. Well, her durability is remarkable. You could throw that word towards a lot of people, but one where it stands out, one where she's taking shots and walking down Chris Cyborg, one where Felicia Spencer goes into a battle and no matter what happens within that battle, she will not change her mind. Her goals do not change. What is in the past is in the past. She is looking at right now and what is next. That may sound easy. Guys, that is the ultimate competitive mindset of any sport. Stay in the moment. Whatever happened in the previous inning, in the previous quarter, in the previous half is done. The previous round, it's done. You're in a tournament. You can't get what you want. You get the next best thing. Very easy to say, very hard that athletes do it. And I wouldn't suggest for you she has some masterful thing to do it. A lot of the great fighters have something great that was naturally handed to them. Felicia appears to just have the right mindset. So she's taken on the greatest fighter of all time. Okay, what's going to happen here? Now, what I thought would happen in this fight is that Amanda, while possibly never losing control of the fight, is still going to be in for a very tough night. Don't forget, what is the difference between a hard fight and an easy fight? I mean, is anybody going to say that Aljo had an easy fight tonight just because it ended in less than 1 minute? That's not what it's about. He was taking on Sandhagen, a top guy. Look, an easy night versus a hard night is how much energy do you have to exert? So if you got Felicia Spencer who is not willing to go away no matter what you hit her with, and you must conserve your energy, to use a quote from Conor McGregor, but it's a very real thing, and you got to spread that out all night against somebody who's going to walk forward like a zombie, there is a chance that within that contest, no matter how long that contest goes, at some point, Spencer is going to be able to expose something about Amanda. It reminds me back to a year called 1997, and the great Jeff Blatnick, rest his soul, was the commentator for the UFC. This was under the SEG days. And he was introducing Vitor Belfort. And whenever they would introduce somebody at that time, they would do the tail of the tape. They would say what their skills are and what their weaknesses are. When it came to Vitor Belfort, he simply said, this man has no known weaknesses. And that was so powerful that 23 years later, I remember. And you want to know what? Blatnick was right. We had seen Vitor fight. Vitor had won tournaments. He was greatly outsized. He walked through everybody, and he had no weaknesses that were ever exposed. That's where Amanda is coming into this contest. So our hope while we're watching the fight, and we're not expecting to be surprised with the outcome, we are still watching Amanda because of her greatness. The similar reasons why you would watch Dominic Moceanu or Michael Jordan. There is a level of greatness there, and even though none of the competition is going to beat them, something special is happening that is not likely to be replaced again within your lifetime. But can Felicia get her in a position and expose something that could be the very foundation that ultimately over time is going to form a blueprint, giving somebody an idea of how to beat Amanda? Once you have the blueprint, going out and executing and actually beating her is still going to be a very hard thing to do. But before that's going to happen, there's got to be some kind of a roadmap. I think that Felicia showed what happens when you get in someone's face. I think she did. I think that Felicia showed how you can shut down some of those leg kicks by crowding. I think that Felicia showed how you can eat up some time by using the fence, by using wrist controls, by using underhooks. Is it enough to form a foundation to the blueprint. Maybe. But when you're dealing with Amanda, you're grasping at straws. You're reaching into thin air to try to come up with some kind of a premise that if you're a coach, you can take to your athlete to use to inspire and make them believe that she's anything short of invincible.